Across North America, the land holds an ancient secret. Earthen structures that rise gently from the ground, some barely noticeable, and others towering above the landscapes. These are burial mounds, built by indigenous cultures thousands of years ago, and to the untrained eye, they might seem like simple hills, but to the people who constructed them, they were very much more. Burial mounds were places of reverence and mystery, built to honor the dead and connect with the spirit world. These mounds also reveal something profound about these early societies, their beliefs, values, and ways of life. So what exactly were these burial mounds used for, and why did prehistoric Native Americans put so much time and effort into building them? Today, we're diving deep into the world of burial mounds, exploring the meaning, function, and legacy of these remarkable structures. Burial mounds were more than just resting places. They were powerful symbols of life and death woven into the fabric of these ancient societies. Societies like the Adena, the Hopewell, the Mississippian, and many other mound building cultures. These structures held deep spiritual meaning to all of these cultures, and many believed that mounds connected the physical and spiritual worlds, serving as sort of portals for the souls of the departed to reach the realm of the ancestors or the divine. The construction of a mound was a ceremony act in itself, one that celebrated the life of the individual being honored. Some mounds were carefully layered with earth, ashes, and other materials, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. These mounds were designed to endure for generations, standing as sacred monuments where the living could gather, remember, and feel a sense of connection with their ancestors. For these communities, burial mounds held a meaning far beyond death. They were a tribute to a cycle that bound the past, present, and future together. Not all burial mounds were the same. Their forms and contents varied widely across different cultures and regions. Some mounds, like those built by the Hopewell culture, were elaborate, containing chambers filled with carefully crafted items. Items like ornaments of copper, shells, carved stone, and pottery. These items were more than just personal belongings. They symbolized a sort of status or power and the individual's role within the community. The presence of these grave goods, sometimes sourced from hundreds of miles away, shows the expansive trade networks and cultural exchanges that thrived within these societies. Other mounds, such as those constructed by the Adena culture, often held simpler, more individual burials. They might contain modest artifacts, yet they reflected deep personal significance. Some mounds were communal, holding multiple burials over generations, while others were built to honor one particular individual, likely a leader or a respected figure in the group. Each mound, regardless of its contents, served as a physical tribute, preserving the legacy of those interred within and creating a lasting monument to their life and memory. The diversity of these mounds speaks to the richness of these prehistoric cultures, and each layer of earth and artifact tells a story of a unique and complex society. Building a burial mound was no small task. These structures required the cooperation of an entire community, moving tons of earth, layer by layer, without the aid of modern tools. They were using things like woven baskets, digging sticks, and sheer determination. Prehistoric Native Americans transformed the landscape with these enduring monuments, and the process of construction was both physical and ceremonial, bringing people together in a shared purpose. This collective effort wasn't just about honoring the deceased. It strengthened the bonds within the community. Each individual played a role, whether in digging, whether in transporting soil, or participating in the rituals surrounding the mound. Through this work, burial mounds became symbols of unity, connecting the people to one another, their ancestors, and their environment. The construction of these mounds demonstrated a deep respect for the past and a commitment to preserving tradition, reminding everyone involved that they were part of something much larger than themselves. While burial was the primary purpose, many mounds served other essential roles in the lives of these prehistoric communities. Positioned along major trade routes and on elevated ground, these mounds became essential hubs for long-distance communication and trade. From these high vantage points, signal fires could be lit, sending messages across vast distances to neighboring groups, potentially warning of a danger, or to announce gatherings, or to simply relay important information. This network of signal mounds created an early form of communication, allowing distant communities to stay connected despite miles of rugged terrain. These mounds also served as landmarks for travelers and traders moving along established routes, guiding them safely through the landscape. Built on higher ground whenever possible, the mounds provided a clear line of sight, making them ideal for both signaling and navigation. In this way, burial mounds were far more than sacred burial sites. They were multifunctional structures combining spiritual, social, and practical purposes to support the community's way of life. In as centuries passed, the construction of burial mounds gradually declined. Changes in social structure, environmental shifts, and eventually the arrival of European settlers transformed the landscape and disrupted traditional ways of life. By the time Europeans began to explore and settle in North America, many mounds had already been abandoned, and their original significance was faded into mystery. Today, these mounds are regarded as valuable archaeological sites, and preserving them has become crucial to honoring the heritage of the indigenous cultures that created them. These ancient monuments give us a window into the past, offering insight into the beliefs, rituals, and interconnected lives of the people who built them so long ago. Protecting these sacred sites helps ensure that the legacy of these early societies endures, allowing future generations to connect with and learn from these remarkable structures and these remarkable people. The burial mounds scattered across the American landscape are more than just ancient earthworks. They are enduring symbols of connection, respect, and spirituality. From their role as sacred burial sites to their use as communication hubs, these mounds tell the story of cultures that valued both the bond between the living and the dead. By understanding these mounds, we gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate societies that flourished long before European settlers arrived. These structures not only preserved the memories of those interred within them, but also provided a lasting legacy, reminding us that the past is never truly gone. It's still out there, waiting to be uncovered, waiting to be honored, and waiting to be remembered. Thank you for joining us in exploring the mystery and meaning of burial mounds, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the rich history that shaped our world. I love you.